This is the amazing Yamaguchi, powered by Revoltech Figure Complex, Captain America by Kaiyodo. This is series number 007 of the amazing Yamaguchi Marvel figures, and boy, it came out much better than I expected. Again, if you've seen my haul video, I was not excited. Well, I was okay to get this one, but wasn't really super stoked and excited to and anxious to get it. But when it came out, I saw it in packaging, I had to get it, and I opened it up. It looks so much better in person than the photoshopped images we've seen on the internet. Very, very nice. Just look at this guy. From the looks of things, he looks to be the Marvel Now Captain America, or Avengers Now Captain America, loosely inspired by the Avengers Assemble cartoon with the comic books. And yeah, I think this is one of the best Captain Americas we've seen, because it's a very functional costume. He's got some armor, he's probably a Kevlar vest, he's got some tactical suits and a tactical suit and some padded gloves and boots, and I think it's a very, very functional Captain America suit from what we've seen in the past, rather than just the tights with the chainmail or the fish scale armor, and yeah, and I think this is a nice fusion of the animation and the comic books and whatnot. So very, very nice. Well done, Revoltech and Kaiyodo. Okay, just put him off to the side for now. We'll talk about the inserts. As you can see, Avengers Assemble cartoon. We get some of the artwork. I think the Brubaker, a lot of Brubaker Captain America comic book lines. Secret Empire, maybe? And I'm surprised they don't have the Avengers Now cartoons, or the artwork from Avengers Now or Marvel Now from the Infinity arc. And yeah, I was expecting to see more of that in the artwork. Okay, and here is the packaging, very similar to that insert, and we have the actual figure done in a lot of poses. He's got a Revoltech base, which we're not going to show off because it's exactly the same one, and he doesn't fly. So okay, he's got an attachment for an open hand. This is for the shield. I'll show that off later. He's got another open hand. He's got some extra Revoltech pieces for the base, or you want to pose him. He's got this tool to move the eyeballs, and he's got these handlebars for the shield. I'll show that off in a while. He's got a saluting hand, or an open karate chop hand. He's got a pistol hand, which is weird. It doesn't come with a pistol, but if you had a pistol, you could put that. And he's got a pointy hand. Avengers! Attack the Red Skull! And he's gonna point. This is his standard face when he came packaged. And there you can move the eyeballs with that tool. This is the serious face. I got him in the roar face. And this is the unmasked head sculpt. Alright, and here is the handlebars attached to his shield and fist. As I mentioned, it allows you more control of the shield. The shield doesn't wobble with it. You don't have to do it. Like in the opening video, I didn't have it on, and the shield wobbled a bit, but it's fine. It looks much better if he's holding it this way. Another accessory he came with, which I've not talked about earlier, is this like ballistics effect on his shield, like bouncing off, like bullets or laser blast bouncing off his shield, and it comes off, it comes on fairly easily without scratching the finish of the shield. And what you want to do is you want to do it from the tapered part, and then you just slide it on like that, and it's fine. I thought this was pretty cool. I didn't like it in the Photoshop artwork online, and you know, so yeah, that's that. Okay, as with most Revoltech figures, the main feature is the articulation, the fantastic Revoltech articulation, which we've seen in previous figures, and I'm going to show that off now. He comes with the ball jointed swivel neck that allows you to do all of that those poses. He's got a swivel waist with a ratcheting joint, and that's what it is. So just be careful with that. The only reason it feels like it moves, it sways from side to side, is because the joint is at an angle. So when you twist it, it's actually just rotating on that joint. It's just rotating like that. So Revoltech joint. The shoulders, double jointed ball hinge shoulders. He's got a ball hinge elbow. Very nice. Ball hinge wrists. And this is new. This is new for me. He's got a ball hinge belt, which you can... I guess what they didn't want it hindering the poses. They didn't have to do it. They didn't have to put a ball joint there, quite honestly, but I guess they wanted the full range of motion for the limbs, and they didn't want this one interfering with that. So they put a ball hinge joint for his pistol belt. Ball jointed hip. He's got a thigh swivel. Hinge knees that go all the way up to there. Very cool. He's got a calf swivel. Actually, it's a ball joint, which is very cool. Ball hinge ankles with a rocker pivot. So, all in all, fantastic articulation for the figure. The shield first. Get rid of this. Okay, fairly easy to do. I mean, just like that. And you can remove this one as well. This was detached. You had to attach it when you open the packaging. And you can, if you want, have him like in a throwing position or catching his shield pose, because I honestly don't... Okay, yeah. So he's like catching the shield like that. He's not throwing it. If you want to throw it, you have to pose the shield somewhere here, and then you have to have his hand like that. But this is how he's catching the shield. Maybe that, or when he's about to throw the shield. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat. That it's not gripping it, but it does look like he's about to throw it or catch it. Catch it from Bucky. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pointy hat. Red Skull. I think this is the best face for me. More in the series, the roar face, as what the instructions say. Okay. All right, to replace the head, very easy. You just pop off the head like that. He's got a collar piece right here. We're gonna keep it right there, just so we don't lose it. And you can remove the head this way, or the face, and replace it with this one. Pop it back in. Pop that collar piece or neck piece in, and then you're good to go. This is how he came packaged in. It was like, it's just a regular grunt. So, this one looked a little bit goofy to me. I thought he was like, yeah, what's up? This look did feel a little bit too goofy for me, so I think this is still the better face, in my opinion. I like the fact that the mask goes over the eyes, and which means that when you actually remove this piece and you replace it with Steve Rogers' face right there. Okay, this acts like his helmet, and he can hold it just like in the box art, and which is, I thought, was pretty cool. That was a nice little touch by Revoltech, and he can hold his mask or helmet, as it were. That's pretty cool. Let's take a closer look at the details of the figure. Apart from the articulation, Revoltech, the kaiyodo figures really have nice little detail. And as I say that, there's a quality issue on his glutes. I did not see that in packaging. That's probably just a smear of his paint. But everywhere else looks to be great and fantastic. I love the shiny armor feel to it, the silver star. on his chest. The white paint looks very good. Some nice little armor on his on his gloves. Very, very cool. I love that. A little bit of protection on his knuckles when he punches Red Skull or anybody else, or Hydra soldiers. It's pretty cool. The belt, the articulated pistol belt, very nice. As you can see, it's a nice little tech suit. It's not your usual tights. It's got some knee pads on it. It's got some shin guards on his boots. Even the boots have treads or traction. Some laces. Very nice. All right, some final thoughts on the figure, but before we do that, I forgot to mention he does have some toe articulation, which is very tight. They're very tight. They allow you to get him in some running poses and all that. Also, the shield, apart from that nice little glossy finish, has distinct holes for each of the pegs. There's no way to make a mistake. Like this whole strap just sticks to the back pegs. One peg is bigger, one peg is bigger than the other one. And here the handlebar pegs have that sort of indentation or extra bit on the peg that only fit in those holes. So there's no way of making a mistake in connecting those peg holes. All right, and here obviously is an MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, Captain America from the Civil War, Age of Ultron, Civil War Captain America. As you can see, there's quite a big difference. They're almost the same size, and if you want to be technical about it, they both stand at about 6 inches tall. The MCU version, or the Hasbro version, stands just a hair above 6 inches, while him without his helmet stands about 6 1/8 of an inch tall. But that's beside the point. He's really a bigger figure, just on the heft, the bulk, just the amount of articulation. If you ask me, I love the MCU Hasbro figures, but for comic Marvel figures, my money is with the amazing Yamaguchi. I can't afford the Mezco 112 collective at the moment, because I know if I start buying those toys, I won't be able to buy the Transformers and Star Wars here and there. The amazing Yamaguchi is almost double the price, or 2.5 times more than the Hasbro version, but I feel, for me, who loves to pose figures, who loves detail, I think this is the one for me. If you're like me, who's into that, then definitely the amazing Yamaguchi is for you. But for those of the casual collectors, the Hasbro Marvel Legends figures now have stepped up, especially from the Cinematic Universe figures. They've really stepped up, especially with that new face paint technology that Hasbro has. So it's really up to you. But if you ask me, the Japanese figures are the ones that I think give you more value for your money. And the value doesn't go down. It doesn't depreciate after 11, 18 months. They still, like that Spider-Man figure, it's still going for $60, $70 right now. And I'm still having a chance to get it, despite being released a year ago. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the figure complex, amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Captain America by Kaiyodo. Thanks for watching. So some final thoughts on the figure. Before that, I forgot to mention, for the shield, there is only one way to put the pegs. For instance, the